Hello and welcome. Today is an incredible day, of course, to really focus on India's situation at large. And sitting here in Australia, we have two gentlemen joining us today, representing OFBJP, Ashwin Bora, who is the Victoria Chapter Coordinator, and as well as Vijay Shetty, the General Secretary, Victoria Chapter of OFBJP. Thanks so much for talking to us here at Indian Sun. So first off, I'd like to address the fact that and congratulate the BJP with its incredible first-time winning mandate, a landslide of a victory, really, in so long. Would you say at this point 10 years too long?
I think the results have just confirmed. Sometimes people are putting it as a decade of decay. I truly think India in the last 10 years have regressed from when we stepped into the 21st century to where we are today. I definitely think that the decade could have well spent.
What is OFBJP's role here in Australia to really link to the winning party back home in India? And what have you been doing all this while here? Why the current presence here in Australia?
OFBJP is, firstly to put it, it's not a fan club or a friends club. It is an official extension of BJP from Delhi. So like OFBJP's presence have been in United States, UK, Canada, Japan since ages. We identified a vacuum and we were in touch with the leaders in Delhi, and the formation of OFBJP took place a year ago, last Diwali, which I would say October. In terms of connection of or what we are doing here as a NRI, non-resident Indians in Australia, see what we are missing here is a political voice for the Indian diaspora. So we have a lot of social organizations, a lot of NGOs, but the political voice or a political connection with the Indian organization, which for last 10 years Congress has not taken care of. Just because NRIs cannot vote, it doesn't mean that you ignore them.
With the fact that the BJP is now finally come to power and Narendra Modi is yet to be sworn in as Prime Minister, BJP's presence, or not just the presence, I think its rippling effect now to come to Australia, would it be now to push for something like the Prime Minister finally coming to make a visit to a country like Australia, which hasn't happened in eons? And would that be something that Indians both back home in India as well as in Australia can really look forward to?
I would certainly say that a Prime Minister's visit from India to Australia is long overdue. I do believe, to Vijay's point, that there's a lot of discontent in the Indian diaspora as far as the political voice goes and the representation goes for the citizens who are living outside or working outside India. And I think from that perspective, it was certainly a case that we would like to push for with the new government to come and visit us. It would be a great day for OFBJP as well as Indians at large to have the head of the state visiting a country which we call it home, but think about it, the roots are still attached. Like they say, you can take an Indian out of India, but you cannot take India out of an Indian. So absolutely.
Now, even with the current landslide win, we still have to address the fact that there are Indians who would feel disconnected or isolated, those that were not necessarily supporting or voting for the BJP. Is there a plan of action, at least here in Australia or back home with you representing the BJP here, to integrate Indians into a larger community and to push that forward as a one India?
Well, I would say that the ones who have not supported for BJP or they are not aligned to BJP, now, end of the day, the ruling government is BJP. The connection or the support when it comes as an NRI, it is the voice is as one NRI. The issues which we raise is we are in touch with many social organizations. Like I said, we are a political voice. You not necessarily be a part of BJP, but for us, you are an Indian here, and your problem will be addressed. Like one of the thing that the issues that we're gonna take is the dual citizenship, where I rightly said we want to vote.
What are the other key factors? At least if you could name one or two, that you're looking through your vision.
Sure. So I think Little India is an issue where that is on top of our list of things that we'd like to address.
Yep.
Certainly there are other points that are very relevant to the local community at the same time, and in which regards we've recently started our women's cell.
Yes.
So OFBJP has recently launched the women's cell, which would basically be addressing issues that are very specific to the women from Indian origin. And we all know it is a hush-hush thing right now. And
could you name a few issues that the women are facing here?
Domestic violence.
Yes.
It comes right on the top, right? There are visa-related frauds that have been brought to us, as well as we know other specific organizations that are working.
And what brings the confidence that there will be action taken with the new ruling government?
I would say if you look at the landslide victory itself, it's the people of India have decided and put that faith. And
well, the people have faith in the BJP.
Yes.
Right? And its allies. However, it's also delivery that the people are expecting. So these are two different, they're poles apart.
That's right.
Faith is one thing, however, delivery is another. We've seen that over the last 10 years that delivery didn't happen despite the faith.
Absolutely.
So what is that confidence that you have?
If you look at the election agenda of BJP, that was on the development model. And the development model is not that we will do this, we have done this. And if I choose 3 states in India, which is run by BJP, and if I look at the growth, the GDP, and the infrastructure development, they have already proved it on a state level, and that is why people have put that faith in BJP. I'd like to focus on a few long-term plans we have. We in India say that NRIs leaving India, or the educated, the literate ones, is a brain drain, right? What has India done to get this knowledge or these people back? In terms of the Indians here, they are doing exceptionally well in government department, in defense, in IT, in all sorts of, you name it, we are in there. So how this knowledge that we have acquired in Australia is going to go back, right? By active involvement of NRIs in decision making in governance.
My question is there a dire need for it to go back to India?
I met a councillor in Melbourne who has written 6 to 7 letters, emails and phone calls to ex-Chief Minister of Delhi, Sheila Dikshit. Why? For having a sister cities of Melbourne or Delhi. Okay. Tomorrow if I propose a sister city plan between Melbourne and Mumbai, what happens is, it's not just the replicating the ambience or how the city looks like. It is the exchange of education, exchange of trade, exchange of governance, how the council functions, what Melbourne does good, what Mumbai does good. Probably Mumbai has a phenomenal local train network, how they manage it. Probably you can bring those ideas here. So this is something which as a long term, as in we NRI or we as an OFBJP will initiate with the current ruling government.
When Tony Abbott won with a pretty good majority just last year,
Indeed he did. Yep.
He said Australia is open for business. I think what we would find with Narendra Modi coming to the center of Indian government is that India is open for business. And I suppose that is a point that we'd like to also pursue. That is a road from trade relationship and multiple projects that have been stalled, that have been raised, things like that. We'd like to be the channel that works with all relevant industry bodies and hopefully deliver on these issues. Considering we have a ruling government.
So we have touched base on what we can so far. Of course, the news is still fresh, and again, we congratulate the BJP on their landslide victory. An incredible mandate, of course, that goes right across India, and it's been absolutely fantastic talking to both of you, and a good voice, really, OFBJP, sitting all the way in Australia. It's great talking to you both.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Natasha.